Why don't I officially kind of kick us off? I'm Lisa Egan, the director of the Reading North Reading Chamber of Commerce. Welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for taking time out of your busy morning to join us to hear about the Health Connector for Business and what options are available to business owners and employees through the Mass Health Connector. I wanted to go through a couple introductions, but the bulk of our presentation will be done by Shaitra Sanders, which we're delighted to have you here. I've seen her presentations before, and she is an expert and the director of the whole program. And then we're also joined by Josh Harrington, who is our local certified broker for the Health Connector, who can help with any questions. Before we kick off, and I more fully introduce our guests, I wanted to go over a couple quick ground rules. One is that we are going to record this presentation because there's a lot of businesses that ask about this, and we want to be able to share it so other people can learn from Shaitra and Josh's expertise. I ask that all participants mute themselves just for ease and background noise. So we're going to go through the content about the Health Connector. And if people have questions, I ask you to keep them generic, sort of overarching questions we can address. You could simply put them in the chat. And then after the presentation, we'll go through them. For people who have more specific questions, we don't want to break any HIPAA rules inadvertently, or, we want to be cognizant of that. So we might offline a couple for one-on-one conversations, but we're happy to make sure we get everything answered for you, whether it's here or later as a follow-up. So we're very excited to host Shaitra here. She joined the Massachusetts Health Connector in 2018, soon after the launch of the new Health Connector for Businesses online shopping platform. She initially began as a distribution channel and account manager. And in that role, she primarily served as the service and sales liaison for direct small employer groups, brokers, and other distribution channels. And as the Health Connector has grown, Shaitra's role has transitioned to the Associate Director for Health Connector for Business. And she currently oversees the direction and coordination of the small business health and dental insurance products focused on membership growth and retention. She continues the Health Connector with the Health Connector to implement outreach initiatives, including things like chamber presentations, which we really appreciate, that engage and inform potential new small business members and their staff to learn about the changes and opportunities in health insurance that are available. So welcome, Shaitra. As I say, Josh Harrington is the local certified broker for the Health Connector. He's right in North Reading. And he's someone who can help with all the specific questions, whether it's here in this presentations or afterwards. So I'll be sure to share his information. And he has been an insurance broker for 20 years, specializing in group health benefits, life and disability insurance. He takes a consultative approach to help his clients find the right insurance solutions to properly protect themselves and their employees. He is an active member of the community. He has been on the Reading North Reading Chamber of Commerce, and sat on our board of directors for 6 years and was the president in 2021. So Josh is very involved. He definitely knows the area and really understands small business with that depth of background he brings to the table. As I say, I'm the director of the Reading North Reading Chamber. And I also wanted just to have everyone say a quick wave hello to Kathy Kinney, who is our new marketing coordinator that maybe not everyone has met. We're so happy she's joined the team, and we've been having a great time in the office planning events, including an upcoming Winterfest, which is something new we're hosting in Reading Square on March 10th, where we're going to have fire tables, a beer garden, lit ice sculptures, performances, and food trucks. So I know you're all probably close to the area and would love to have you stop by for some free family fun. We have a board member who is generously offered to wear an inflatable Olaf costume and take photos with the kids, and hand warmers will be provided for all. So mark your calendar, it should be a lot of fun. And for those who don't know, we're very active in the community. We have a lot of membership benefits, including a Staples discount, which kind of helps pay for the membership itself. So love to connect with anyone who might be interested in learning more or growing their business. And with that said, I think I've covered everything, and I'd love to turn it over to Shaitra to tell us more about the Health Connector. Again, if questions come up, sorry, just put them in the chat so we can get through the content. And I'm going to stop sharing and then you can go from there. Thank you for being here.
Thanks so much, Lisa. If you could just confirm that my screen is sharing and is moving, that would be great. Is it moving?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Lisa and Josh, thank you so much for putting this together. I always love working with the chambers and our certified brokers to get this information out to your local communities. I think that's a great route for us to work together. Lisa, as you said, you have seen this presentation before, and I'll try to make it a little bit more unique this time around. But the information in here, I hope will be very useful for the businesses that are on today. Just to give you a little bit of an overview for the Health Connector for Business and who it is designed for. It is designed for small businesses with 50 or fewer full-time equivalent employees in Massachusetts. So if you are a small employer with 50 or fewer full-time equivalent employees, you're on the right presentation right here. If not, it's okay. Feel free to listen. Maybe you can pass it along to another business that is in need of the health insurance for themselves and their employees. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And as Lisa said, if you could just keep any questions generic in content in the chat, and we will address them at the end of the presentation for, time sensitivity. So Health Connector for Business, the affordable, flexible health coverage. So what we'll be reviewing today is what is the Health Connector for Business, what our employees experience with the Health Connector for Business. We'll be focusing on the savings you can get through comparison shopping. We'll be talking about flexible choices through our employee choice model, which is very unique to us, rebates that you can get back through our Connect Well program. And of course, once I've discussed all the great benefits of utilizing the Health Connector for Business, I'll go ahead and explain to you how to get started if you're interested in offering health insurance to yourself and your employees through the Health Connector for Business. So let me just give you an idea of what the Health Connector for Business is. So as I stated before, the Health Connector for Business is designed for small employers here in Massachusetts with 1 to 50 full-time equivalent employees. We are the state marketplace, and what we have designed our platform to do is allow for employees the ability to shop for plans through all the leading insurers here in Massachusetts with exclusive cost savings and flexible choice benefits. That's our goal. As you can see here on our slide, these are all the leading insurers here in Massachusetts that are available on the Health Connector for Business. So you might know all these logos, you might know a majority of these logos or some of them, but no matter what, you've probably been exposed to one of these carriers, and they're all available on the Health Connector for Business. So there are several benefits that we have identified for employers to utilize the Health Connector for Business. And most of these benefits have been gathered from employer surveys that we do annually. And as I explained to you before, our goal at the Health Connector is for us to seek to maximize access and affordability for small employers in Massachusetts. So what we have done is, as I stated before, we have full carrier participation on Health Connector for Business. So it is the only place in Massachusetts where small groups can access every single leading carrier in one location. So we kind of think of ourselves as a one-stop shopping solution. You go to one place, find all the carriers available, and be able to shop amongst them. We also have found that we have very competitive premiums. Small businesses have reported back that on average, they save about 20% by shopping through the Health Connector for Business before any of the rebates. And they get those savings by comparison shopping because it's a one-stop shopping solution. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in the coming slides. There's also rebates that employers can get back. One of the rebates that we'd like to talk about is our Connect Well rebate. It is an exclusive wellness rebate through the Health Connector for Business, where employers may actually be eligible to receive back 15% of what the business put into the employees' premiums if their employees participate in one of our 30 pre-approved wellness activities. So it's great. You're promoting wellness within the workplace, and you're also receiving money back for promoting that wellness. So it's a double win right there. We also have flexible employee choice. It's called our employee choice model. This is very unique to the Health Connector for Business. It is a benefit offering that allows for employers to offer a plan that best fits the employer's cost needs while providing the employees the opportunity to shop for the plan that best fits their own needs. So it's a way for a business to kind of create a budget when it comes to offering health insurance, but also allow for employees to choose the plan that best fits their needs and their family's needs. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in the coming slides also. As Lisa stated before on the call today, we do have one of our certified brokers. It happens to be your chamber's local broker. On the Health Connector for Business, just to let you know, we have over 470 certified brokers that are available for free to assist you with the choice in choosing health coverage, explaining health coverage, and putting together a package that best suits the needs of your business and your employees' needs. Any Health Connector for Business related items is free for you to utilize any of our 470 certified brokers, just to let you know. Also, just to keep in mind, there is no membership fee to utilize the Health Connector for Business. So all you have to do really to utilize the Health Connector for Business is pay the premium. So no fees. It's free to use our platform. Also, just to let you know, when you're utilizing the Health Connector for Business, feel free to know that there's peace of mind that you are offering yourself and your employees health insurance plans that meet all federal and state coverage requirements. All the plans on the Health Connector for Business go through our seal of approval process and also meet all federal and state coverage requirements. So you can feel positive that you won't be shorting them or providing them with a plan that might be subject to a tax penalty. So just to give you some updates of some plan highlights that might be interesting to your business, on the Health Connector for Business, we do have HSA compatible plans. So if you as a business are also offering a health savings account plan, which is a tax advantage medical savings account, all of the carriers offer a silver HSA compatible plan on the Health Connector for Business. So that's a double benefit if that's something that your business is offering. We also have access for you to offer out-of-state coverage. So the Health Connector for Business has access for you to offer PPO plans to your employees. That is offered through our one carrier model, and I'll talk about the one carrier model in the coming slides. Also, as I stated before, all the plans on the Health Connector for Business have gone through our seal of approval process and meet the state's minimum credible coverage standard. When I say that meets the minimum credible coverage standard, I like to go over this really quickly because if you were not shopping on the Health Connector for Business, you would have to be aware that you are offering a plan with at least these 10 minimum essential coverage to meet the state's minimum coverage standard. So you don't have to worry about that if you're shopping on the Health Connector for Business, because I just guarantee to you that all of the plans offered on the Health Connector for Business do have these minimum coverage benefits, and maybe more depending on the plan that you're offering. But if you were shopping off the Health Connector for Business, you would want to be cognizant of these benefits that they are offered through the plan that you are offering to your employees. So let's go into what are employers experiencing with Health Connector for Business. So as I said in the first slide, employers have found that on average, they can save about 20% by shopping through the Health Connector for Business. And the way that they can find those savings is through comparison shopping. So since we are a one-stop shopping solution, all the carriers are available in one place, and it makes it very easy for you to compare premiums, benefits, and you can make the right choice for your yourself and your employees based on cost and benefits. So just on average, this just shows in the blue, the Health Connector for Business, how much a group might pay on average for health insurance through that, or if they went off in green, off the Health Connector for Business. And that's just through shopping. It's not that, that the premiums might be less or anything. It's just that they have access to shop and make wise choices for budgets and plans that are available and affordable to their employees. So the 4 top reasons that employers have shopped through the Health Connector for Business has come back through our survey as the employee choice models, which I'm going to go into more detail through the next slides, our ConnectWell rebates, as I discussed before. There's also a small business healthcare tax credit that I just want to mention. There is a federal healthcare tax credit that is only available to small employers that offer insurance through a state marketplace. We are the Massachusetts state marketplace. So there are some other requirements to receive the small business healthcare tax credit, but that's something that your accountant would look at. But I'd like to mention this because if you do enroll yourself and your employees through a Health Connector for Business plan, you would want to mention that to your accountant to see if you are eligible for the small business healthcare tax credit, because we are the state marketplace. And as I stated before, there are no fees or membership dues to utilize the Health Connector for Business. So it is free for you to utilize the Health Connector for Business. It's just the premiums that you would be paying. So I had mentioned the employee choice model several times and explained that I'd go into more detail about them. So I'm going to start that right now. So our employee choice models, as I stated before, the employee choice models are unique to the Health Connector for Business, and they are designed for employers to control their costs while providing multiple options to their employees. And since we are completely an online platform, no paperwork needed, it is very easy for your employees to compare the options that you provided them and choose a plan that best fits their needs. So there's 3 different benefit models you can offer your employees. They're called one plan, one carrier, one level. What's written here is the explanation of what one plan, one carrier, and one level is, but I'm going to go into a few slides here that breaks it down and compares health insurance to pizza, because pizza is a lot more interesting than health insurance, I'm pretty sure. I probably should have changed this to maybe like bagels or something for this morning, but I really love pizza. So let's go into the presentation and compare health insurance to pizza. So as I said before, it's called one plan, one carrier, or one level. Let me explain to you how one plan works. So imagine you and your employee decide to share the cost of a pizza. Now keep in mind, the employee is going to get this pizza, okay? One plan works this way. You, as the decision maker, decide that the employee is going to get a $10 pepperoni pizza from the pizzeria maybe on the corner. So you've chosen what kind of pizza they're getting and what pizzeria they're getting it from. Then you, as the decision maker, the employer, says, I'll agree to pay for half of that pepperoni pizza from the pizzeria down the block. So that's how one plan works. You as the decision maker say, you're going to get a $10 pepperoni pizza from down the block, that pizzeria, we're going to pay for half of it. So the business pays $5 and the employee pays $5. In the end, the employee is going to get a pepperoni pizza from down the block pizzeria. For health insurance, this is how it would kind of look. For example, in this case, instead of pizza, you as the decision maker would decide that you are going to offer all your employees this gold plan from this particular carrier, and you're going to pay a percentage of it, whatever you choose to pay the percentage, and the employee will pay the other part of it. So that's it. All the employees will have access to this in particular gold plan from this carrier. So that's how one plan works. Everyone pretty much has access to the same health plan and they enroll in that one plan. One carrier is a little different. How does one carrier work? So let's go back to the pizza. You decide to share the cost of a pizza with your employees. With one carrier, instead of choosing what kind of pizza they have to have, you choose where the pizza comes from. So you'll say to your employee, oh, you can get a pizza from down the block, that pizzeria. You know what? The pepperoni pizza, we can afford to pay for half of that pepperoni pizza. It's a $10 pepperoni pizza. We can afford to pay for half of it. So we'll pay for half of the pepperoni pizza. We'll give you $5. Then you say to them, you don't have to take the pepperoni pizza, but we're giving you the $5 towards that. The employee can then go ahead, take that $5 in particular and go to that pizzeria down the block, and they can either buy themselves maybe a cheese pizza, maybe the cheese pizza is $8, So now they only have to pay $3, or maybe they go ahead and buy the pepperoni pizza and they pay the other $5, or maybe they buy a Supreme. The Supreme pizza might be $15, and so they'll pay the other 10. No matter what, you as the business were able to control how much you were putting into the pizza by saying you could afford to pay for half of the pepperoni pizza. So you kind of controlled the amount you were putting into the pizza and allowed them to utilize it. The only thing was they had to buy it from that pizzeria. And so for health insurance, it looks like this. You would choose the carrier that the employees would have access to. You would choose a plan from that carrier that you were okay with paying a percentage into. And then the employees could choose the benefit from that carrier that best suits their needs. Maybe some of your employees need more coverage than other employees. So, they can buy the plan that best fits their need. Maybe, like a platinum's usually like a $0 deductible. Maybe someone's having some healthcare needs and they need a platinum. So they might buy up to a platinum, or maybe someone's like, everything's good. I'm good. I just need coverage. I want to make sure that I have access, and they might buy a silver, which is usually around the $2,000 deductible on average, and they choose to pay into that. It's really based on what they need for their coverage for themselves and their family. And just to remind you, this is where the PPO plan would be available. So if you have any employees who are out of state, you would want to offer the one carrier model. So the last benefit model is called One Level. So how does One Level work? So you as the employer, instead, in this case, you would say, we're going to share the cost of a pizza with you. In this case, you tell everyone you have access to buy a pepperoni pizza. So you've decided what kind of pizza they're going to get. They're going to get a pepperoni pizza. Then you say, you know what, the pizzeria down the block, their pepperoni pizza is $10. We're okay with paying half of that. So you're going to pay the $5. But maybe someone doesn't like that pizzeria down the block. Maybe they want to buy their pepperoni pizza from a different pizzeria. They now have your budget that you set, and they can utilize that $5 to buy a pepperoni pizza from any pizzeria in the area and pay the difference. So maybe the pizza down the block is $10 for a pepperoni pizza, but maybe the one that they choose might be $12, right? So they would have to pay the other $7, or maybe they go to a different pizzeria and it's $8, they pay the other $3. The only thing is they have to buy a pepperoni pizza, and they can utilize your benchmark, which was the $10 pepperoni pizza, and they paid for half of it. So they have the $5. And for health insurance, it kind of looks like this. What you're choosing is the benefit tier that they have access to. So we highlighted the gold here. So you would say you have access, in this case, to a gold plan from any of the carriers in our area. We're going to pay for a percentage into this carrier's plan. This is the one that the business can afford. You can take that money and you can buy across carriers and choose the gold plan from the carrier that has your doctor in it. This would be the option for employees to choose a carrier that has their employees in their network. That would be probably their main goal of utilizing the One Level, or maybe there's some different benefits from some different plans that are available from different carriers. But what you're doing is controlling what the budget is for your business by paying into one of the carrier's plans and allowing the employees to buy across carriers. So those are the employee choice models. There's a lot of information there right now. You might have some questions. Again, I'm available. Our certified brokers are available. We have a certified broker today on the call for Josh. So those are exclusive to the Health Connector for Business, and it can only be found on the Health Connector for Business, the one plan, the one carrier, the One Level. And remember, again, the goal of it is for the employers to control their costs while offering their employees multiple insurance options. So let me get into, I said before, you can get money back for offering health insurance to your employees, and you can get money back through our Connect Well program. Our Connect Well program, again, is a wellness rebate program designed for businesses that offer health insurance on the Health Connector for Business. The eligibility to be part of the Connect Well rebate program is that you have 25 or fewer employees enrolled on the Health Connector for Business. Also, this is a option that you could receive up to 3 years. And to participate, your employees actually can choose from more than 30 pre-approved qualifying wellness activities. So just remember, as an employer, you can receive back up to 15% of what you contributed towards your employees' premiums if you can get 33% of your employees to participate in a wellness activity. As of right now, our average Connect Well rebate for 2020 was about $3,694.71. We are still in the process of giving back rebates for 2021, so we do not have that average yet. But just remember, the more you contribute into your employees' insurance premiums, the more you'll get back. Employees are also incentivized to participate in this wellness program. They will receive a $100 Visa gift card once their activity is approved. So both you and your employees are incentivized to promote wellness within the workplace. And just to let you know, I said there's like 30 pre-approved wellness activities and they only have to complete one. We just gave a sample here of some of the programs that are available for them to participate in, and it is focused in 3 different categories. So mind, body, money. So mental, physical, and financial health. And as you can see, there's samples here. They could participate in meditation. They could go to their doctor for their well visit, maybe take a home buying course, and they only have to successfully complete one of these activities to receive the $100 Visa gift card and to go towards the 33% participation. We don't leave you hanging and just let you talk about this. We also help you with this process of getting the employees to be interested in participating in this wellness activity. So if you are eligible, you do not have to ask to be enrolled. We auto-enroll your group. So right at the beginning, about 10 days after your plan starts, if you are eligible to participate in the wellness program, we'll email you and let you know that you are eligible to participate in this. We will also email your employees. So we'll send out the emails about how to participate, the $100 Visa gift card incentive. And we do that actually every other month. So we will keep them up to date on, reminding them to participate so that they can get the $100 Visa gift card. And of course, we'll update you on where your employees are currently at. Once the employees complete their activity, they can submit it online. Again, this is pretty much paperless. The employees will receive their gift card via email once their activity is completed and approved. And once you have reached the 33% participation, we'll update you and let you know you're going to be eligible for your rebate at the end of the benefit year. At the end of the year, if you're eligible for the rebate, we'll send you some paperwork to fill out and send back to us via email, and you'll receive your rebate check, actual check, not money off next year, not a discount or anything like that. Actual 15% check towards the annual premium contributions. So that's our Connect Well program. It is exclusive and unique to the Health Connector for Business. And just to let you know, this is a real thing. Before we all went inside and was doing all of this remote, we actually went on a little tour of Massachusetts and presented some of our businesses with a big check for their wellness rebate. And this was Marcy Berger, owner of Clean Properties. And what she said when she received her check was, we heard that there would be a 15% rebate. And I said, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. And here it is. So she did receive back a nice big check. And I'm not sure what she used it towards, but you as the business owner can definitely make that decision on what you'd like to use that rebate check towards when you receive it. So now I've spoken about all the great benefits of utilizing the Health Connector for Business. How do you go about getting started? So I just want to let you know, as a small business owner, you can start your health insurance plan for you and your employees on the first of any month. So there is no closed or open enrollment period. Right now, if you would like to start shopping and you're like, hey, I'd like to start shopping for March 1st, please feel free to come onto our website and start shopping for March 1st. Maybe right now might not be the right time. Maybe you're going to wait until the summer. That's fine. Maybe you can start June 1st. I just want to let you know that you can start the first of any month and you will renew on your anniversary date. So if you did start on March 1st, you will renew the next year on March 1st. The first thing to do is to come to the website, mahealthconnector.org, and then you can go ahead and create an employer account and start shopping for your plan that you want to offer your employees. Now, I want to let you know, we do have some deadlines. So for instance, if you want to offer health insurance for March 1st, by February 10th, you would want to have created your employer account, uploaded your employees, and put in your benefit model, the one plan, one carrier, one level that you want to offer your employees, and then you would open enrollment. We call it publishing a plan. By opening the enrollment, you would then be notifying your employees that you are offering health insurance to them via email, and they would go on, create their employee accounts, and they would go ahead and shop for the plan that best suits their needs for themselves and their family. And they do have a deadline also. They'd have to make that decision by the 20th. So for instance, if your plan was starting on March 1st, by February 20th, your employees would want to have either enrolled or waived with a valid waiver. Just to let you know, a valid waiver is that they have health insurance elsewhere. The first payment is due online by the 23rd of that previous month, and then your coverage will begin seamlessly on the first of the month that you have chosen. Now, I stated before that there are access to brokers on the Health Connector for Business. And, what is the benefits of utilizing a broker? Just to let you know, on the Health Connector for Business, we have over 470 certified brokers. They are available for you, free to use for any Health Connector for Business related items. So just remember, they have access to create plan options, help you enroll, and it's at no cost to you. Brokers have this great quoting tool where they can provide you really great, easy cost estimates. So they can actually do a breakdown, show you different plans, show you different options. You don't even have to create an account in that case until you're ready to, after you've seen your cost estimates. Just remember, brokers do this day in and day out. This is their expertise, right? You have your business, which is your expertise, and brokers have their business, which is their expertise, and health insurance is one of them. So allow them to explain to you what the plan options are. Allow them to compare what's available and show you which is best for yourself and your group. And as I think about this, as business owners, you have things that you have to take care of for your business. So utilizing a broker will help you save time. While they're working on your health insurance benefit options, health and dental, you're able to work on things for your business. So they'll be saving you time. They'll be working all of these benefits for you and providing a nice little easy, gift package to you and saying, this is what you should do. So that's actually, I'm going to stop sharing because that's the end of my presentation part. And I think we're going to open that up to questions. Am I correct, Lisa?
Yes, thank you. I wanted to, I love the presentation and the pizza analogy. I know I've said it before, but it just makes a complex topic so much more easy to understand. So I appreciate it. And it's just great to get the information and see all the choices available. At this point, let me get my presentation going, and I'm going to check to see if anyone has put questions into the chat. I didn't see any, but I didn't want to open it. Nope. Okay, so at this point, I'm happy to, or I should say, Shaitra and Josh are happy to help with any specific questions that are generic in nature. I know that people might have specific questions for their business, and we should probably take those in an offline fashion. But at this point, if anyone wants to either type in the chat or feel free to unmute yourself and you can simply, ask, that would be fine. I'm getting my thing going. Share the screen. Let's see.
I want to just thank Shaitra for taking the time to do that. Appreciate it. And if people do, I know sometimes asking a question about your particular business, when it's especially dealing with employees, you might not want to do in a public forum like this. So I just want everyone to feel free to, reach out. I'm happy to help answer any questions, kind of help you down the right path, and obviously do that on a one-on-one basis.
Absolutely. Sorry, I wanted to make sure your information was up. It looks like one just came through. So it says, when you mentioned 33% of the employees need to be enrolled to participate in the wellness activities, is that 33% of the participants, the health insurance participants, or all the employees? That's a really good question. Thanks, Mary.
Yeah, it would be the enrolled employees. Yeah, so it's 33% of those enrolled employees.
Great. Okay. Next question was, will we get a copy of the slides? And yes, you will. Sorry.
I was like, Lisa, that's you.
Yeah, that's me. Absolutely. I'm happy to share a copy of the slides as well as a recording and contact information with everyone as well. So I wanted to have the slide up, but I realized in order for me to see the chat, I need to actually open it up. So learning.
And there's also some guides too. The Health Connect for Business has put together some pretty good kind of user guides for actually both employers and employees. So that's something that I can provide as well if anybody wants to see that or look through that. And again, I'd help you through the process as well. But that's something that may be beneficial. It kind of gives a layout of what to expect and the timelines that Jayatra mentioned earlier, just to make sure you're hitting those and giving the employees ample time to select the plan. It really, everything is online, so it does make the process pretty simple, assuming your employees are good on a computer, or at least good enough. But again, we always have issues where we need to help people through, and we can certainly do that. So part of the advantage of having someone that can help you through.
And Josh, I'd just like to back you up on that, because I know you said or pretty good on the computer. The employee shopping part, you might be thinking, oh, I'm gonna offer my employees several options. You saw the one level you can offer cross carrier. But I just want to let you know, the employee shopping experience is very streamlined, very easy. When they go in, they see what they have access to. They see how much it will cost them from their paycheck. They are able to look up their doctors. They're able to compare the plans that they're interested in. They'll actually see their out-of-pocket costs. We make it very user-friendly for the employees, so they're making the best choice for themselves and their family. So I did just want to, provide, some background on that for the confidence in offering your employees more than one choice.
That's great.
Yeah,
And I'm glad
absolutely.
to know people can look to see like if their current doctors and medications are covered and what the price difference could be, because that can add up very quickly. So that's really helpful. Sorry, Josh, were you about to say something?
No, that was a great point.
I'm going to check the chat.
I have a question, Lisa. Another one, it might be too long to type. Sometimes I have employees say to me, especially like a single mother situation who, might not be like making a certain salary or something, that they say they're better off getting like health insurance on their own. Is that I never really know what the right answer for that is they say it's cheaper for them to get it through their own. I'm assuming it's through maybe not the Mass Connector for Business, but is that allowed? Is that okay? I'm always a little confused about that.
Yeah, that they're probably referring to qualifying for subsidy help, which would be kind of the individual side of the Health Connector. And yeah, if that's something that obviously if they're going to get, especially some people will get a substantial amount of help, that can be a valid waiver.
So if they come to me and they're looking at my insurance plan, is it okay for me to say, is it something for me to say to them that if I, especially if I know what their salary is type thing or their situation, is it okay for them to ask them if they've looked that route, if that's in their best interest, or should I just encourage them to get on my plan?
So Mary,
I'm always a little confused.
Yeah, so Mary, I'm unfortunately, I'm not the exact expert on the individual side, but I have been part of many presentations. And I do want to let you know that for the individual side, there are several questions that they do have to answer when they're applying for the individual insurance. I do know one of them is, do you have access to employer-sponsored coverage? So Mary, if you're offering employer-sponsored coverage and that they have access to it, that will be one of the questions that they're asked. And then there's some questions that follow, I believe. Is it affordable? Is it comparison? So there are several questions that they'll have to answer on that application in conjunction with you offering employer coverage to see if they're eligible for that, or to see if they might be able to, I believe, also possibly get assistance with enrolling in your coverage. I believe there is also like possibly a premium assistance program through Mass Health. These are all the items that they might want to look into. But the application for individual insurance does ask particular questions.
Okay,
And
okay.
I have Ashley. Ashley, do you mind just putting in the chat the phone number for the individual side for
Oh,
the
that's
customer
great.
service?
Yes, I can do that.
Yeah, and so Mary, you can always pass that along to any employees who, you know, if you'd like to offer health insurance and they're like, oh, you know, I would like to get individual instead, they can always ask the question. But as Josh said, if they already have the insurance at the moment, that is a valid waiver
Okay.
until they may or may not lose that insurance.
Okay, that clarifies a lot. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Mary.
Thanks for the great question. We are at 9:45, so we're running a little early, which is always good, rather early than late. I guess at this point, I'll see if there's any other questions. You can feel free to just speak out or put it in the chat. Give you another opportunity to ask our experts. Okay, I'm seeing any in the chat. So I guess at this point, I'll just say thank you so much to Shaitra and Josh and Ashley and the Health Connector. Oops, I just saw the chat open. Excuse me. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's just a thank you, which I appreciate. Thanks for coming, Kate. It was great information to share with everyone. I'm glad we have the opportunity to do that. And I would be happy to put together the resources that were mentioned, you know, the guide, the information for the individual phone number, as well as the slides and recording, and circle back with everyone in a couple of days and share it with the group as well as with the rest of our chamber mailing list. This is our #1 question. I've done this job for 7 or 8 years, and it's the most common question. It's on a lot of people's minds, so I'm thrilled to be able to offer good content, local resources, and experts like Josh Harrington, our certified local broker, to everyone. And if anyone else has further questions, feel free to reach out to me at the chamber, as well as Josh or Shaitra, and I'll send out their contact information shortly. So thank you all for taking the time, and thanks again to our experts for sharing this valuable information with our group. Have a great day.
Thanks again, guys. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shaitra and Josh.